Eric, thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, let's take a look at Safaricom results coming out. What's market expecting out of it?
I think the market is generally positive on the earnings. There's a lot of positive sentiment building up. We've seen a lot of position taking ahead of the results next week. And investors are expecting pretty robust earnings, especially from the data segment.
Versus Safaricom versus Zain, how exactly are the two faring?
Well, Safaricom is the clear market leader with about 83% market share in revenues, and you know, Zain is a follower, and you know, it's been struggling for a while. And if you look even at the rest of the competitors, ISA and Orange, you know, they've really not made a substantial dent into the market position of Safaricom, despite initial worries about competitive threats on Safaricom. So Safaricom remains very strong on voice, and also the data segment has also been performing very well for it.
Well, earlier I spoke to CEO of Zain Africa, Chris Gabriel, and I posed him this question. I said, why is Safaricom faring better than Zain? Is it purely because Zain is a totally different product to Safaricom?
No, not really. I think Safaricom was able to lock in lots of customers initially, and now it's introduced lots of value-added services, and just from that, it makes you know, as a customer, you're really locked into Safaricom. The rates are not very cheap, but at least they are reasonable enough, especially calling within Safaricom, and they're always quite innovative with coming up with new products. And so they've always managed to keep clients, you know, despite new offerings by competitors.
And what do you think that Zain should be doing differently going forward?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's been really surprising that Zain hasn't made an impact. You know, initially Zain was actually first in the Kenyan market, but it was just the overall strategy which made the difference. And you know, subsequent changes in ownership, I think the strategy hasn't been too clear. Now we've been seeing lots of very attractive offerings, and I think they'll be able to at least keep the current subscribers and probably build on those. Their money transfer service, the ZAP, is quite superior, but of course they really need the numbers to really make a dent or to really compete sufficiently well with Safaricom's M-Pesa. And M-Pesa is also really improving, and you know, so it's really difficult.